Hey gang, Jesse here at JG Repairs and Towing. So, wanted to tell a story. So, have you ever been on a trip? Of course you have. And then maybe things didn't go quite as you planned. Hopefully that's not you, but in this particular case, if you'll look at the tag, this actually has New Mexico plates on it. So I get a call the other night about 10 o'clock at night. I believe it was pretty late. I get a call and this guy is literally moving from New Mexico to over by the Tulsa area, and he's over on the interstate not far from here, and as he was driving down the interstate, he said he was running about 80 or 85 miles an hour, and this wheel came off of the vehicle while he was driving it down the road. I believe it was kind of a scary situation. As you can tell, it broke all the studs that actually hold the wheel. It broke those. He was able to find the wheel. I've got it in the back of the vehicle. The brake shoes, the brake parts, the brake drum, all that is actually missing. So I was able to, thankfully, shout out to Custer County Sheriff's Department. This was in Custer County. When I got on scene, one of the deputies was there with him, keeping the traffic off of him. So super grateful for that. Super grateful for the assist on keeping the traffic off of me too, as I was getting this one situated, obviously to tow it without a rear wheel. So anyhow, fun tow. But my point was, is I interviewed the customer and I'm like, so when was this vehicle in the shop last, or did you have any tire work done? He's like, yeah, I had tire work done on it the day before. And so what happened, in my opinion, based on what I've seen in the past, and this is why it's so important, I think the shop just put the wheels on, and they didn't torque them down. They didn't take it on a small test drive and then re-torque. The customer didn't torque the wheels after he left, and so either they was over tightened, under tightened, or one of them was tight, one of them was loose, whatever happened. But one thing that's for sure is the torque wasn't consistent, and most likely was not the specs, and that caused to approximately 300 miles later a tire depart in the vehicle while I was running 80-85 miles an hour down the road in the dark. Thankfully nobody was hurt. Thankfully he was able to get it off the road without incident, without rolling it, all those good things. But the reason I know that there are problems with the tire, if you'll come up here to the front, you can begin to notice that these are also backing off. Like they're just barely hanging on. Come over to the other side. See how these are so much more sucked down than on the other side. So not only did he lose the passenger wheel, he was just miles away from losing the passenger front wheel as well. So very important when you have tire work done. Ask the shop, did you torque my wheels? They should already know that. They should be doing that, right? But it's also the customer's responsibility that 50 miles later, 100 miles later, they bring it back for a torque, or they torque it themselves. Once the wheel's properly torqued down, then it ain't gonna come off. But if it's not torqued down properly, then you can see exactly what we're seeing in real life, and you'll see wheels departing the vehicle. It's very scary. I've actually seen it happen on a semi-trailer before while I'm traveling down the interstate. What happened is a set of duals came off of the trailer, went across the median, collided into a car that was in oncoming traffic, created an instant crash as the semi-tires bouncing off of the hood and off the windshield of this car. They couldn't see where they was going, so they're running 70, 75 miles an hour, all of a sudden collided with a tire that falls from the sky. Had to have been a horrendous experience for them. And then that tire began to jump back across the highway. So whether you drive a vehicle or riding a vehicle, it's best to do a walk around. This is something you can do too, is just do a walk around. Does all my lug nuts actually look tight? It's a good idea. Your safety's what matters the most. Hope this helps. See you in the next video.